Who knew that I would be speaking on air from 3 in the morning to listeners literally all over the world? I was so interested on sitting in on a World Service programme, and Newsday was one of the first stops.
Now, this is a big talking point here at Newsday.
We've been fighting over it, arguing, Kim and I.
That's because I come from a position of dominance. We're asking whether you think more local artists should be played on your radio stations. And, you can tell us what you'd like to hear by a local singer. You never know, if we can get hold of it, we'll play it for you.
And one of our listeners, Hannah Jala, is here. She's Nigerian, and she has an opinion on this. Hannah, what's your take?
Well, whenever I go to Nigeria, 99% of the time, Nigerian music is played, as you
Now,
expect.
here's another thing that you might not. Every time I go to Nairobi, 99% of the music I listen to is actually Nigerian. And why might that be the case, do you think?
I mean, I think a lot of Nigerian artists are very popular, to have collaborated with several other American artists worldwide. So I think a lot of the popularity have thrived off that, hitting number one in the charts as well. But in Nigeria, you'll literally hear it all the time, whether that's in the clubs or the bars or even in the taxis, and maybe a little bit of South African music, and then they'll just switch it back immediately.
And there's about 100 million. How many? 101?
160, 100. So
yeah,
the
million Nigerians around. So there is an element.
Yeah, but the reason we're talking about
numbers
this is because
well.
some Kenyan musicians have been complaining that there's too much non-Kenyan music being played on the radio. They complain that there's too much Tanzanian, Nigerian, and Ugandan music being played.
I don't know about Ugandan music, but according to the official Kenyan Top 40 chart, the top three songs this week are all by Kenyan artists. Let's play you a couple of them. Let's start with this song. It's called Surayako by Sauti Sol. You remember President Uhuru Kenyatta?
And President Obama dancing to this song.
I know what you're thinking. How was I able to even register, let alone speak on the radio at such a bizarre time in the morning? Well, the fact is, as a journalist and producer, you pretty much do work around the clock. So you've got to be ready to tell news and tell it in a great way because of the programme that you represent. I had an absolutely fantastic time with Newsday.